Hey, I'm Carlos, boardgame designer, and welcome back. While we keep building Throne of Elderwin, I want to talk about another game I keep coming back to, and more specifically about a set of mechanics that I think are worth understanding, both as a player and as a designer. This is a part of a series I'm doing called My Favorite Games. No scores, no rankings. I'm just sharing the ideas I find genuinely interesting, mechanics from other designers that inspire me. This week, Maracaibo. It came out in 2019. If you play heavier Euro games, you probably heard of it. If you haven't, that's part of why I'm making this. The setting is in the Caribbean in the 17th century. You are a captain sailing between ports, acquiring cards, building a personal engine. You are competing for influence with the three colonial powers: Spain, England, and France. There's a main board with a circular sea route connecting a series of ports. Each turn, you decide how many spaces you move your ship. You stop at ports along the way, take actions, spend resources, play cards. On paper, that sounds like a standard action selection game. What makes it different is the tension built into every single movement decision, and how that tension never goes away. Here's the core dilemma I want to talk about. When you move your ship, you choose how many spaces to advance. Moving more spaces means you cover more ground, but you only stop at the ports you actually land on. Move too fast and you skip locations where your cards will trigger the best effects. Move too slowly and something else happens. The players who move faster reach the end of the round first, and when a player reaches the end, the round closes. The slow player loses actions they were counting on. So you're always making a calculation. How many spaces do I actually need? What I'm giving up by moving forward? I am not risking if I move too slowly and someone closes the round before I get there. In design games, I think about tempo and pacing constantly. What I find interesting here is that this decision is generally hard every turn. It doesn't get easier as the game progresses. If anything, it gets more loaded, because you have more cards in play, more effects that fire at specific ports, more reason to stop, more reason to push forward. Cards in Maracaibo do two things. First, they build your engine. Played to your personal area, they generate resources at the start of each round. The more you develop your tableau, the more you produce, the more you can do. But the second thing is what makes the card system interesting. Some cards can be assigned to specific locations on the board, ports or cities. When you stop at that location and the card is assigned there, you activate a unique action that only you can use. That asymmetry matters. You are not just building a resource engine in your own corner. You're also placing exclusive access points on the shared map. Other players can see what you have built, they can route around it, but they can't use it. Those placements become part of your route calculation. Stopping at your own location is part of what makes your movement decisions so specific to you. Throughout the game, the three colonial nations, Spain, England, and France, are fighting for control of the region. You can support any of them by taking action that advance their conflict tracks. At the end of the game, the nations score points for the player depending on the support they had during the game. So you're watching what other players are doing. If two players are both building towards Spain, that coalition gets stronger and everyone in it scores better. If you are the only one back in France, you may lose a lot of points at the end of the game. It creates a layer of soft negotiation and it adds another variable to route planning. Some ports advance specific nations, so where you stop isn't just about your cards, it's about which power you want to back. There is a separate exploration board alongside the main map. You can choose to advance down a path that unlocks increasingly power actions as you go deeper. The mechanic I find most interesting here: if other players are ahead of you in this path, you can leap over their positions. You advance farther in one move than you normally could. Being first to certain rewards is valuable. Some of them are limited. But going first also means you become a stepping stone for everyone behind you. Going last lets you leap over multiple players and reach deeper rewards faster. But the best early rewards are gone. It's another equilibrium that rewards reading the table, not just your own position. Maracaibo is a heavier game. The rulebook takes time, the first play takes longer than the box suggests, and if you are not already comfortable with engine building heroes, there is a learning curve. But if you like games where every decision has a cost, this is exactly the kind of game worth sitting with. The movement dilemma alone is worth studying. It's one of the cleanest expressions of opportunity cost I've seen built into travel mechanic. The Board Game Geek link is in the description. If you played it, I'm most curious about the movement decision, whether it felt genuinely hard throughout the whole game or whether you found a rhythm that made it easier over time. Leave a comment, and next week we are back to the design diary. I see you then.